So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's the YouTube? Dal here from Fluffal Games, bringing you an updated Fluffal deck profile. Now, of course, this got two brand new cards. We're only going to be using one of them out of Toon Chaos, and that is Fluffal Angel, I believe it is, or Fluffal Cupid. And we've also got a reprint of Sabretooth as well, and I kind of thought it'd be nice to do a quick little update for you to show you what the deck is now looking like. Fluffal Angel. We've put in another little engine in here, like a pendulum engine, because of Fluffal Angel, just to kind of show you a different angle with the deck and kind of different options that it can make. So before we get started, please smash the like button, hit the notification bell and subscribe so you do not miss out on anything. With that said and done, let's get on today's profile of Fluffals. So Fluffals are the cute and fluffy into the sharp and dangerous, which is why I did the thumbnail of Five Nights at Freddy's as well. I mean, it's kind of exactly what it is. So we start off with Triple Fluffal Dog. This is the go-getter, this is the star, this is the Stratos, this is where everything gets started for you. So when it's normal or special from your hand, you add an Edge Imp or Fluffal monster from your deck to your hand as well. So again, this gets you into your Angel, this gets you into your other cards that lets you extend a little bit further. Fluffal Penguin has a nice kind of additional effect. So during your main phase, you special on one Fluffal monster from your hand, except itself. So it gives you nice extensions. If this card is sent to the graveyard as fusion material, for the fusion summon of a Fright Fur fusion monster, you draw 2, ditch 1. So it gives you draw abilities, gives you extension abilities. It's pretty much an all-round really good card for the deck. And then of course we've got the Wings Bear kind of combo. So the way the Wings works is you can, if this card is in the graveyard and you control Toy Vendor, you banish this card from the graveyard and one Fluffal monster. Banish it, draw one card, then send one Toy Vendor you control to the graveyard, draw another card, and then Toy Vendor gets you a search. So it's technically like a pot of greed with a bit of extra. So the way it works is you discard Fluffal Bear, you search out your Toy Vendor, or you set your Toy Vendor directly, so it can't be ashed. Nice. Use Toy Vendor's effect for a bit of an extension, either way, and then by discarding Wings off of your Toy Vendor or getting Wings to the graveyard, you then get to do Wings, banish Bear, draw 1, pop the Vendor, draw 2. Vendor's effect goes off to search you out a Fluffal card, and it's just like, oh cool. So I got a random draw 2, and then I got a specific add. It's not as broken as Engage, which is why it's still a legal combo to play, but still very, very nice in this deck. Then we play a range of one-offs. You've got the 1 owl, the 1 sheep, and the 1 cat. So cat allows you to recycle poly, but cat can easily also be an octo as well for the later grind games. Sheep is a free summon if you control another Fluffal, so it just gives you a bit of extensions to go through your link plays as well, and your fusion plays as well. Owl is a way that can treat itself as poly or can discard itself to get you a poly, so it's just a bit more consistent routes to get that way. For the little engine we play the 1 Edge Imp Cotton Eater and the 1 Fluffal Angel. So Fluffal Angel is a brand new card. So in the scale, you target 1 Fluffal Edge Imp monster in your graveyard and special summon it. You can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn from the extra deck except fusion monsters, even if this card leaves the field. So it's recurrence. It's a nice little card that allows you to kind of bring back from the graveyard, get your additional effects off should you need, and just extend in general. And then of course you've got Cotton Eater, which all fusion monsters you control gain 300 attack, and then once per turn, if a Fright Fur fusion monster is fusion summoned, you to your field you draw 1 card. So it gives you a bit of draw power plus the lower scale, higher scale. Now if you want to rely on them a little bit higher, you put them at higher ratios, but right now they're both searchable. They're both additional options as fusion material as well, plus they give you additional effects, which is kind of a nice little engine to work around with. Triple Chain, this is the most important one to kind of get everything going. You're very rarely going to declare an attack with this card to search. It's more so if it's sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you add a Fright Fur card from your deck. So you kind of, again, lets you move your plays further forward as well. We've then got the 1 Edge Imp Sabers. You only need 1. You recycle it, you can restack it and kind of plays around with it that way as well. Triple Toy Vendor, also about how good this card is. I mean, the excavation, so once per turn you discard 1 card, draw 1 card, show it. If there's a Fluffal monster, you special summon it. You special summon 1 monster from your hand, otherwise you discard the card you drew. So it can help get rid of dead cards. It can also help set up, send in your Edge Imp Chain from the hand to the graveyard as well. Plus the fact that if it is sent to the graveyard, you add an Edge Imp Savers or Fluffal monster. So just continual searching, continual synergy, very, very powerful card. Triple Patchwork. We got this during Master Rule 4 and we was like, well, we're never going to be able to use and view this to its full effect. And then, of course, Konami went and said, here, have Master Rule 5. So definitely place it free. You add 1 Edge Imp monster and 1 poly from your deck to your hand. So if you haven't already added in the chains or the sabers, you're going to go for your Cotton Eater and you're going to get the draw as well. Plays from this is just insanely powerful. True or Foolish Bearer of Goods, send that toy vendor to your graveyard, get you the search that you need. Consistency. Double poly and the single fusion substitute. So fusion substitute counts as poly, so you can't have 3 of this or more than the 3 here because they all count as poly. But what this does is you fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your edge deck using monsters you control as fusion material. You can banish this card from the graveyard, target 1 fusion monster in your graveyard, return it to the edge deck and draw 1 card. So it's basically just another option for a bit more resource management and consistency, which is why I've chosen to put this in here. Joe chose to put this in here. So this is Joe's kind of mixture build. We've kind of worked on this together. The majority of the structure and the idea came from him as well. It's definitely Joe's massive input on this deck as well. Incredibly powerful and interesting. He just knows it better than I do. The 1 Fright Fair Fusion, the 1 Fright Fair Factory, the 1 Instant Fusion, alongside the 1 Super Poly. So Super Poly and Instant Fusion you can send off of the Verte Anaconda, more so the Super Poly to kind of break boards or build boards stronger. Factory, Fright Fair Fusion are just additional extensions, allows you to banish to fusion summon, and then this one just allows you to banish a poly spell card or fusion spell card from the graveyard, and then special summon 1 Fright Fair Fusion monster from your extra deck. So again, it gives you a bit more to play around with. And then finally, triple infinite impermanence. This can be any form of interruption. So these can be Nibiru's, they can be Kaijus, they can be Ashes, absolutely anything you want. I went with Imperm because it is the most powerful hand trap card right now, because it can't be called by the grave. It's very hard to stop, and it does the job, if not a little bit better in comparison to Ash, depending on what you're hitting and what the current matchups are. So that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. Of course, we played double of the big boss Mac Daddy of Fright Fair Sabretooth alongside his partner in crime. Where are you? Fright Fair Kraken. There we go. So the Fright Fair Kraken and the Sabretooth gives you OTK potential, the Send potential, and just board breaking potential in general. You then back that up with Double Tiger. Again, board breaking potential, people. And then the single obs, we've got the 1 Sheep and the 1 Wolf, just for their versatilities and what they can provide and the loops. And the consistency that they can provide. You can play them at 1s, you don't need them at 2s. For the other fusions, we've got our super poly targets of Dracostapelio, Mud Dragon, and of course Starving Venom. For the link monsters, you don't really rely on the links. Most of your power plays come from your extra deck, so you're only going to use your links for extensions. And that is of course Cross Sheep and Verte Anaconda. So Cross Sheep for the revival effect, and then Verte Anaconda to get to your fusions if you need to and be a bit more defensive. We then finish off with a rank 4 engine of Abyss Dweller and Rafflesia. Now, mainly for the game 2, because game 2 what you'll side in is you'll side in the 1 Gravedigger's Trap Hole. And the way this kind of works is because it will stop you also being Nibiru'd should your opponent be like, know exactly what Fluffals do. They're going to special summon a lot. Most people are playing Nibiru's. So it's kind of like, okay, cool, you've done your 5 summons, Nibiru. So you could even main deck the Gravediggers and put it up to a 41 card deck if you wish. And the idea is you make Rafflesia as a rank 4, sit on this, and then you can use it as a defensive option with the Gravedigger's Trap Hole, or you use it as an offensive option to allow you to pretty much go off. The only issue is you do have to exert your resource into her, so you have to make sure that you've got the materials in order to continue making your play, so you don't just go, okay, Rafflesia, pass. Abyss Dweller, again, is probably one of the best rank 4s in the game right now. Just being able to go, cool, Abyss Dweller, your entire opponent's graveyard is shut down for the turn. Really, really powerful, and kind of gets going as well. And one thing you do have to mention is, while it has a material attached to it that was originally water, which Penguin is, all water monsters you control gain 500 attack. So you can actually make him a 22 beater. And sometimes there's a minor bit of detail like that can really, really catch your opponent off. Plus, if you wanted to instant fusion into Mud Dragon, you could then use that as material as well. Just a nice little interaction that some people might have forgotten about or overlooked. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the short, sweet, simple update to Fluffals. Now, by update, we have just added in the new card of Fluffal Angel and the Cotton Eater, and we've kind of gone with a different angle for the deck, and just to show you what these cards will bring to the deck itself as well, and how it adds not so much a massively consistent level to it, but how it kind of makes a big change to the deck and how you play it as well. Gives you a bit more draw consistency, gives you revival consistency, and can even unlock the potential to pendulum summon as well. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys, as always, happy dueling.